Doctor Who is my favorite television show of all time. The show started in 1963 and is currently in production in England by the BBC with showrunner Stephen Moffat at the reins. The plot of the show focuses on the character of the Doctor, as he's known. He is an alien from the planet Gallifrey, and his race of people are known as Time Lords. Time Lords, toward the end of their lives, have the ability to regenerate into someone new. Due to that fact, 11 separate actors have played the role of the Doctor over the years. Starting out with William Hartnell in 1963, followed by Patrick Troughton, John Pertwee, Tom Baker, Peter Davison, Colin Baker, Sylvester McCoy, Paul McGann, Christopher Eccleston, David Tennant, and Matt Smith. Each actor has brought their own unique flavor of acting to the role of the Doctor, while simultaneously incorporating little tidbits of previous actors into their portrayal of the character. I'm going to actually do several Doctor Who videos. This is my sort of about Doctor Who. If you're not familiar with the show, or if you're interested in getting my take on the show, watch this. I have to give credit where credit is due. I had seen a few shows here and there, a few Doctor Who random episodes in the 1980s or so, and I never really latched on to it, mainly because every time I watched it, I'd be in somewhere in the middle of something, and it wasn't making sense to me. An acquaintance of mine from high school by the name of Jason was a Doctor Who fanatic of the classic show, and suggested that I watch Planet of Fire, The Caves of Andersoni, and that would bring me up to the current Doctor at that time, which was Colin Baker, the Sixth Doctor. So I watched the last two Peter Davison episodes that I just mentioned, and I was very impressed. Very. The Caves of Andersoni is still one of my favorite episodes of all time. The acting is superb, and it's just a really amazing plot line. So, and I'll make another video where I'll recommend videos, different episodes that you can rent or watch or buy if you're so inclined to do so. And you can decide from there which ones you feel are better for you. I'll make recommendations at some point in time in the near future, going chronologically by Doctor as far as what episodes are key and what episodes are really excellent in terms of writing, presentation, acting, and such. In the late 1980s, Doctor Who, the television show, was briefly shelved. And it was at that point in time that it began taking on another life of its own in novels, in audio, in comics, and it carried on. In the mid to late 1990s, the BBC, in conjunction with Fox TV, decided to try to bring back the show, continuing from the classic show as it's been deemed now. And they made a pilot that is now known as Doctor Who the movie. So if you see Doctor Who the movie in the web search or something, it is not a theatrical release. It is the pilot TV show that never went any further than the pilot. There is a movie in the works, supposedly, being directed by David Yates of Harry Potter fame, and we'll see how that turns out in the relatively near future. We're now approaching the 50th anniversary of Doctor Who in 2013. So the movie quite likely will coincide with that, but no one's really sure at this point in time. I'll talk about the movie in a separate video as well. But Doctor Who, the movie, the pilot show, had potential, but just didn't have the elements that it should have had for Doctor Who. Paul McGann, who starred in it, is considered one of the 11 Doctors, though. And he carried on in audio adventures produced by Big Finish Audio after the airing of the pilot show. In 2005, Russell T Davies at the BBC brought back Doctor Who successfully, and the show is currently in production, working on a 7th new series. Now, just to clarify, new versus classic, there is really no dividing line between the two. The classic show, as it's been deemed, is the beginning and the middle, and the new series is just a continuation of that original series. It's not any different. Yes, the special effects are better because of the CGI available now, but aside from that, the acting is still superb, the writing is top-notch, and there are certainly some fantastic stories to be had.